One morning, while the mist still clung to the ancient foliage at the foot of Vulture Peak, people came to the Buddha with a question that had haunted humanity since time immemorial. That question echoed from the deepest fears and the desperate human craving for certainty. Who created this universe? They longed for a name, a story, a great deity standing behind the starlit veil. They needed an anchor, a starting point, so that their chaotic minds could find safety before the infinite abyss of existence. In the radiant morning light, the Buddha simply smiled. That smile was not a dismissal, but an answer containing 10,000 sutras. It held a complete insight into the nature of things and the suffering caused when the mind attempts to shrink the infinite into a finite box. He said, "Your question is fundamentally flawed. It does not arise from understanding, but from the absence of knowledge. The mind, in asking who created, has already presupposed that everything must have a creator. It cannot conceive of anything that exists without a cause. It yearns for a beginning, an origin, a reason, because it feels unstable and afraid in the face of that vast mystery. This fear is the root of all external seeking that we label as religion or science. It is a cry demanding certainty in a world of continuous flux, but the Buddha said, existence has no beginning. It simply is. He was uninterested in theories of creation because he knew such questions lead nowhere. They are like asking how many angels can dance on the head of a pin, a question born of concept, and concepts cannot touch the immensity of truth. He shifted the focus entirely. Instead of asking, who created this universe? We must ask, who is the one asking? Directing the inquiry inward changes the entire orientation. We begin to see that the questioner himself is part of the great unfolding that we call existence. You are not standing outside the cosmos asking who made it. You are the universe questioning itself. This redirection is the deepest healing for our lost souls. From searching for an external savior, we return to the inherent divinity within. From being a small, lost entity, we realize we are the infinite ocean. Part 1. The illusion of beginning and the craving for safety. The human mind is structured to see cause and effect. It requires causal chains to construct cognitive stability. Like a child in the dark, it absolutely must have a lamp to feel safe. When faced with the boundless, boundaryless universe, the mind panics and invents a great father, a creator, to grant it a beginning, a fixed marker. But the Buddha pointed out that this pursuit is an endless trap. If someone created the world, then who created that being? And who created the being before that? This chain will never conclude. This is why the Buddha completely severed this line of inquiry. He stated, there is no first cause. All things arise in mutual dependence. Imagine a magnificent silk scarf woven from countless fine threads. No single thread can be the first cause of the scarf, yet their connection and interaction create the entire structure. When one thread trembles, the entire fabric vibrates. The universe is that endless silk scarf. It is not the work of a God sitting on a cloud, but an infinite process, a net of causes and conditions. When this is, that is. When this ceases, that ceases. There is no external hand. There is only the mysterious dance of interconnectedness. Part 2. Suckness and the unceasing process of the cosmos. The Buddha said the universe was not created. It is being. It is not a creation but a continuous arising and unceasing movement. He used the term suckness, tathata, to denote that which transcends all scientific or theological explanations. Suckness is the ungraspable essence of everything that is happening. Look at the ocean. The waves rise and fall, come and go, but the ocean itself has no beginning and no end. The waves are temporary forms, but the ocean is the eternal foundation. Similarly, planets and galaxies form, dissolve, and reform, yet the underlying existence remains unmoved. Observe the clouds in the sky. They gather, disperse, and coalesce into new forms, yet the sky is always there, vast and untouched. Suckness is that sky. Our lives are like transient clouds upon the foundation of infinite existence. The cloud does not need someone to order it to form. It forms because the conditions of wind, moisture, and temperature allow it to do so. The Buddha pointed out that all things occur not because of a predetermined purpose, but because of natural order. Fire burns because it is its nature to burn. Water flows downward because it is its nature to descend. Earth sustains because it is its nature to be firm. This is not a decree from above. It is the inherent self-nature of existence. It demands no explanation. It only requires contemplation. The Buddha did not deny the mystery. He deepened it. He refused to confine that mystery to a single name or concept. He said, "Do not try to explain the mystery. Live with it. When you look deeply into it, you will see that you and the universe are not separate." Part 3. Redirecting the question. The eye of the universe. If there is no creator, then what is the meaning of life? People asked, feeling disappointed and empty, having grown accustomed to searching for purpose externally, a contract signed with a divine entity. The Buddha replied with compassion, "The meaning of life lies nowhere else but in the living itself. The meaning of life is life itself." The external search for meaning causes us to miss the beauty of what is. When you behold a sunrise, do you need a reason to enjoy it? When a flower blooms, does it need a creator to tell it to bloom? Everything unfolds naturally and completely in its own suckness. The moment you stop seeking a creator is the moment you become part of that creation. The Buddha was neither an atheist nor a theist. He transcended both. He neither affirmed nor denied God, because for him, that was not the important matter. What is important is awakening. If you are asleep, even if God stands right before you, you cannot see him. And if you are awake, the entire universe becomes sacred. This is the great key. He shifted the inquiry from external speculation to internal insight. Do not waste energy contemplating the origins of the world. You will find no origin that way. Start with yourself. Investigate the source of desire, the source of thought, the source of suffering. There you will find the key. Imagine a child trying to find out who made the mirror they are gazing into, while completely unaware that the reflection is themselves. The universe is that mirror. When we ask about the source, we are asking about our own nature. When we meditate, when the mind becomes silent, the notion of a creator and creation disappears. All that remains is the vast, infinite, uncreated silence. And in that stillness, we realize the meaning of the Buddha's teaching. The universe is not outside you. You are not a stranger in the cosmos. You are it. Part 4. The Great Unity and the Invitation to Live Fully. Look deeply into existence, and you will find that the same energy that moves the stars is circulating in your breath. The same mystery that turns the seasons is beating your heart. There is no separation between you and existence. When this insight dawns, the question "who created" loses all meaning. You cannot create yourself. You can only live yourself. The Buddha advised, "Do not believe, do not deny. Look directly." To look directly is to awaken from illusion. The greatest illusion is that someone is standing behind a velvet curtain, pulling the strings. But when the curtain is drawn aside, there remains only the dance, a vast, eternal dance, self-operating and self-sustaining. Once again, when the Buddha was asked, "Who created the universe?" he maintained silence. That silence spoke more than 10,000 scriptures. It said that there was never a beginning, never a creator. There is only this eternal present moment. And anyone who is truly still can feel it. It is the pulse of life that needs no origin, no name, and no purpose. That is the answer. It resides not in words, not in theory, but in stillness, in awareness. in the direct perception that everything simply is. That is the complete healing for the human soul. The great liberation is not in finding God, but in realizing that you were never separate from the divine nature of existence.